Welcome to Manifested Publishers.
How do you do? Welcome to yet another lesson. My name is Wilson Mwangu. Now, we have an interesting unit called Life Skills. This unit is going to inform you about those things that you need to know in life. Life has many challenges, right? So how do you overcome those challenges? How do you face those challenges as a student, as a learner? That's what we mean by the word life skills. They range from your friends, your schoolmates, how do you relate even with your parents back at home. Now that's the focus of this unit entitled Life Skills. So we're going to read a passage about some pupils, how they went through some challenges of life and how they got out of those challenges, or how those challenges became too much for them. Before we go any further into the lesson, let me give you the lesson's objective. Let me ask you, have you ever wondered how those street kids survive? They don't have a home, they don't have good food, but somehow they survive. If you are to find yourself in such a situation, would you survive? Those are life skills, okay? There are some of us who have been taken astray by our friends. It happens, what we call peer pressure. What is it that you can do to avoid peer pressure? Peer pressure can lead you into things like drugs. So if you can avoid peer pressure, if you can avoid drugs, if you can live with people harmoniously, then we say you have learned what to call life skills. So that will be the focus of this unit. We want you as a learner, as you mature, to have life skills so that you can actually survive. You can have self-confidence. You can know yourself and avoid those people who want to lead you astray. So I want to read a passage from my book here, New Progressive Book 8, and the passage is entitled Life Skills. It's on page 24. So we can read together. It says, "The youth today face many challenges. They live in a society where indiscipline, drug abuse, violence, and irresponsible sexual behavior have become widespread. They therefore need to acquire life skills that will enable them to cope with these strong but negative influences. A story is told of Mariba, an intelligent boy who thought he was too clever for his classmates and so decided they were not right friends for him. He made friends with a group of older boys who hung around the marketplace. The boys introduced him to drugs, and soon he could not concentrate on his work at school. They convinced him that nobody would be suspicious of a schoolboy like him, so he started trafficking drugs. The police caught up with him and arrested him. What a wasted brain! If Mariba had made the right decision to have friends who would help him focus on a bright future, he would not have destroyed his life. There was also Maya, a very bright class 8 girl, aged 14. She used to take a matatu to school every day. Soon a tout in one of the matatus befriended her. He would let her ride in the matatu without paying fare. She kept the fare as her pocket money. She would always wait for that particular matatu even when it came late because she did not have to pay. She started getting to school late and could not concentrate on her studies. Eventually, she became pregnant and dropped out of school. The matatu tout did not want to see her after this. What Maya lacked was the self-confidence to see herself as an important and special person who could say no to temptations. Wacharo, a class 7 pupil aged 13, was, however, a different kind of person. She was big and strong for her age, but she used her qualities to make peace. Whenever she saw people fighting, she would rush to separate them. She would then quietly explain to them why they should not fight. Most of the pupils she talked to ended up apologizing to one another. With time, many pupils chose to go to her for help whenever they were wronged by others. Wacharo soon earned herself the nickname Quencher. She helped to solve conflicts and bring about peace among her fellow pupils. If Maribe and Maya had acquired life skills, they would have made better decisions and not destroyed their lives. Life skills enable the youth such as Wacharo to exercise self-control and assert themselves. Such youth are also able to solve problems in a peaceful way, communicate with other people well and effectively, and make wise decisions. Life skills help us, the youth, to avoid doing things either to please others or out of fear or as a result of the failure to think wisely. That's the end of the short passage about life skills. So you have read about 3 students, Mariba, there's Maya, then there's Wacharo. Maribe and Maya got spoiled along the way, all right? Because of they had not learned life skills. Unlike Wacharo, who used her ability to help other pupils in that school. That's what I mean by having life skills. Using your ability to help other people around you. And avoiding those behaviors that can lead you astray. For example, engage in drug abuse or irresponsible sexual behavior. Now, let us answer a few questions. And we're going to do together the first 2 questions, and then I'll give you the rest as your assignment. We have been told from the passage, list 3 problems that the youth face today. And I'll take you to the first paragraph. It says, the youth today face many challenges. They live in a society where indiscipline, drug abuse, violence, and irresponsible sexual behavior have become widespread. So we have those problems of indiscipline, drug abuse, violence, and irresponsible sexual behavior. Okay, so you can say we have been told to list, so you just need to give 1, indiscipline, 2, drug abuse, 3, irresponsible sexual behavior. Now, when you are being told to list, you use numbers as shown here. These are lists, okay? Indiscipline, drug abuse, irresponsible sexual behavior. So that is listing, right? So that's number 1. We shall again do together number 2. Number 2 says, why did Mariba not make friends with his classmates? Why did Mariba not make friends with his classmates? Okay, this is what you're told in the passage. A story is told of Mariba, an intelligent boy who thought he was too clever for his classmates, and so decided they were not the right friends for him. So why did he not make friends with his classmates? He thought he was too clever for them, okay? Yes. So we shall say Mariba too intelligent for his classmates. So he decided not to make them his friends. Mariba thought that he was too intelligent for his classmates, so he decided not to make friends with them. Okay, that's number 2. So I want to give you the remaining questions as your homework. Okay, so I'm going to write here question number 3. Question number 3. So this will be your homework. Question 3 says, why do you think Mariba's friends did not traffic in drugs themselves? Why do you think Mariba's friends did not traffic in drugs themselves? Number 4, Mariba got into trouble because of his A, level of cleverness, B, few friends in school, C, concentration in school, and D, choice of friends. Number 5, what made Maya wait for a specific matatu? What made Maya wait for a specific matatu? Number 6, in what way did Maya's behavior affect her life? In what way did Maya's behavior affect her life? Then number 7, what 2 things did Washaro do to create peace? What 2 things did Washaro do to create peace? And lastly, how do life skills help the youth? How do life skills help the youth? So my dear learner, attempt those questions. Then once you are through, we'd like to see your responses. Please send to us. So my dear learner, up to that point, we shall end today's lesson. Until next time, thank you so much and God bless you.